Hi everyone. Oh yeah, grab snacks. I got a snack too. Grab snacks. This is my snack. Hello, hello. Libby's gonna get something real quick. Kathy's gonna get a snack. Hi Pamela. How are you? Penelope, good morning. Oh my gosh, these are so good, and you can't find them in a store anywhere. It's part of some kind of like um, shopping, online shopping group or something. My cousin's like a member of it or something like that, and that's the only way you can find them. Uh, they're probably expensive as all heck. I don't know. My mom buys them for us. They have a blueberry vanilla one that's also really good. Yeah, so we're addicted to them. Hi, Libby. Mika. How are you? We're gonna start off with some swatches here in just a minute. Yeah, they're super good. Peaches, I've been on a peach kick lately. Like these, I love these. And then we have an Italian ice stand in our neighborhood. It's not a stand. It's about the size of like a she shed. And it's been around forever. And so, one of the Italian ices that they have on their menu is peach, and I have just been between that and grapefruit. I've just been consuming so much Italian ice, it's not even funny. And the Chinese restaurant across the street from where I live makes amazing smoothies, and so I've been drinking peach smoothies. There must be something in peaches that my body needs or craves, because more than ever I have been eating peaches like crazy in some shape, form, or fashion, except for cobblers. I don't like pies and cobblers. That's okay, Gail. Hindsight is 2020. When I made this handle, I didn't, you know, think that people were probably going to call me Cherie. I go by Cherie, but it's usually just my family and close friends who call me that. And so that's why I use the name in my handle, because my more creative side is the side that I spend with my family and close friends. And Jackie's more of school, work. That's how it's always been. I get called Jackie at school, get called Jackie at work, and at home where I'm creative. With my family and friends, I get called Cherie. So that's why I named all my social medias Creations by J. Cherie. And, I understand. Artisan Arts. Nice to see you. Hi, Tara. Have you been using the stencil? I love to see some things you made with it. Just something here right quick. Uh, this morning I got up pretty early, got some things done, stopped by my P.O. box, and had some stuff in there. Hey Eminem, thanks for popping over. Everyone popped over from Patty's stream. That's so awesome. Okay. Yeah, this bag, they say like one serving is 6 pieces, and there are like 6 servings in here. And I'm like, you're a liar, because I'm about to eat this whole bag right now. They're so good. So, so good. Solea, did I pronounce that right? Sela. Penelope, I am loving your Instagram posts. I mean, you can literally see how your experimentation with it and the color palettes are evolving, how you're trying new things, experimenting. I just love it. I love it. Gail, I think Simply Fit is only sold at like one online like member type thing. You have to be a member to get it. But yeah, even the blueberry vanilla is good. Okay, so let's get this party started. Oh, coconut mango. See, I'm not a big coconut fan unless we're talking about pineapples and rum. Okay? So I probably won't try the coconut, even though I do love mango. Selah. Okay, got it. Selah. Thanks for joining me and everyone else in the chat. Okay, so I'm going to move these out of the, well, except for that one. Going to swatch some more colors. I got these. I got some self-made Happy Mail. Bought some stuff from joggles.com. And did not realize, this is why I love going into the stores, because I'm not good at figuring out which colors are just too close together. So I bought these colors. I had already had Ice Spruce in my cart on the Ranger website. But when I went to get stuff from Joggles, they had it, so I went ahead and bought it from Joggles. And then Speckled Egg came out. And so as you can see, these are very close in color. But that's cool. I love my muted tones. So Ice Spruce is more muted green, a bluish green, gray type thing going on there, blue-gray type color. These are my first Paper Artsy Fresco paints that I've purchased. I've used some before with Rachel when I went to her retreat, and so they have a million colors, and I wish there was just some way to buy, like, you know how Daniel Smith has their watercolor dot cards with like their whole line. I wish Paper Artsy would like do something like that, like swatch out a whole like 8.5 by 11 sheet with all the colors in that. You can buy that for like $10, and that way I can know which colors to buy, because you're not going to find those in stores. You can't look at them, you know, peek around and see if anybody's watching, and twist the top open and look inside. Can't do that with these. I wish they had swatch cards to buy. Oh, Penelope, I completely understand. I have tubs of paint from like Hobby Lobby. Pretty much all of my Deco Art media paints I got from Joann in clearance, because one of the Joanns near me has a huge fine arts section. Well, not huge, but relatively huge compared to the other Joanns. Their fine art section is big, and so they had a whole display of Deco Art media products, the paints and the sprays, and I guess no one was really buying them. I guess I was the only person buying them, and so they got rid of them. And when I went into the aisle, this was probably a year ago, went into the aisle and didn't see the display, I panicked. And I was like, oh my gosh, let me go see if they're in clearance. And sure enough, I probably bought at least 50, 60 paints. I got every color they had pretty much, and then duplicates of any color that I know that I'm going to use regularly. So that's what half of this is the Deco Art media paints that I got on clearance. $147. Of course, they have a series, so some of them are more expensive than others. But I have a whole bunch of quinacridone magentas and quinacridone gold. That's one that I actually bought. Can't say regular price because I always used a coupon, but it wasn't on clearance. But yeah, love the Deco Art media fluid acrylics, and like I said, I bought their sprays and everything else. I had something in here. I'll put that right there. Deco Art Media is the brand, and so they have fluid acrylics, and I think they have regular acrylics, and then they have the acrylic sprays, and they also have mediums like the gessos and I don't have any of those here, but the mediums, but they have a whole range of products you would use for mixed media. And all of them, I believe, are acrylic based. So, I'm all about permanent application because I don't have time to figure out which one to put on first, last, in the middle, so that they don't bleed. Even though I have bought, I bought those woody pencils because they're just so cute. But okay. So I have my swatch paper, my brayer. Move my Happy Mail stuff out of the way. That's next. So we're going to swatch. We got good lighting here. I'm not blinding you guys, right? Always check the clearance. I don't know what's going on. I do not like these daubers, but it's hard to find the replacement caps for these now. I used to be able to find them. Actually, I found them at the scrapbooking store that used to be in my area that ended up closing. But let's see. I just never understood this whole dauber concept. Let's see if I can get this going. Okay. Oh, shoot. Why did it do that? The whole dauber part just popped off. Awesome. Awesome. Let's find a plate to put this paint on. Jeez Louise. In a mad rush to get this on here. So this is separating, which I am completely fine with. I love the is it called dendritic effect? I look for that. Wow, this is just all over the place. That's actually why I don't know if some of you follow me on Instagram, but I purchased a bunch of high flow acrylics, golden high flow acrylics, for that specific purpose, so that I can get this dendritic effect without having to work hard for it, with knowing which ones will give it to me and which ones won't. That's the other reason why I like to swatch paints out. Sorry, this paint's all over the towel that I'm using. And yep, so I already had some high flow acrylics. I bought a set that was you know, the themed sets, where this one was like, I don't know what the name of it was, but it had a lot of colors in there that I don't use often. So I'll pull those out later, but jeez Louise. Love this. Nice muted green. I'm gonna pull this up. So some Joann's might still have the Deco Art Media, but Blick Art, dickblick.com, definitely sells Deco Art Media products. So I would look on their site. I don't know if they sell the whole line, but I have seen it pop up when I type in fluid acrylics. The Deco Art brand comes up, Deco Art Media. Yep, antiquing creams, which I haven't tried. The misters, I'm not a mister fan, but I do have some of them, I believe. And I use them for like when you, you know, fling the little paint on there. I didn't know what. I picked up a piece of paper that I already had something on it, and this looks crazy. Varnishes. I have the crackle. I think I have varnish as well. I don't have the textures. So yeah, it's a really good line, and I just don't think people really it didn't really get enough use out of it. I can't think of the word I'm trying to say, but publicity and stuff like that. So a lot of people, I don't think, really knew about it, really used it. Maybe, you know, it wasn't as accessible. I don't know. And Joggles might have them too. Joggles tends to have a lot of that stuff. Oh yeah, definitely. Rarely see me paying full price for any paint unless it's just I have a project in mind, and so I found myself running to the store and then maybe I'll use a coupon. Because I'm like, I need this. I gotta have it. So I'll do that. So yes, love this. Camera's a little closer to the table, so it might get a little bit of focus issues, but I know it was kind of far for some of you all and you couldn't really see what I was doing. Okay, so now we'll do speckled egg, and we'll put them side by side and see what they look like. See, I was waiting till I got on live. I didn't even open it. Oh my gosh. So pretty. Oh, online, Joanne? Okay. And, you know, every now and then, not every, actually quite often, Joanne has their fine art products, which Deco Art Media is considered a fine art product. They have the fine art products on sale, like 30% off, 40% off, all fine art. Okay, this is, both of these are, okay. Both of them are kind of doing the dendritic, which, like I said, I love. I'm not mad at it. Oh, I gotta write on here what this is. This is iced spruce. Boy, my pen. Tim Holtz. Distress. Okay, got that one. Now this one. Pretty blue. We'll see how closely this looks to the other blues I like to use that are kind of grayish blues. This is speckled egg. Okay. Now we're on to this open. It sure is. Let me wipe this excess off here. Now I have to worry about being in the camera, the view here. Hey CB, thanks for joining. Just starting off with some swatching. Last few streams I did 10. I don't know if I'll do that many this time. But these are new ones that I got from Joggles earlier this week. Oop, a little off there. This is Jade Paper Artsy Fresco Finish Chalk Acrylics in Jade. And I love matte paints. They can be tricky on the plate, especially when layering on the plate. But I love them, so I make it work. Okay. Jade. Paper. Artsy. Fresco. There we go. Oh, I love joggles. One of my favorite online places to shop. A little more. My little roll-off paper looks so good. All these blues and blue grays mixed together. Thanks for the likes, guys. Itty bitty plate always wants to come up with it. Okay, so this is more of a green. Jade has more of a green to it, of course, duh. But, and what's this other one? South Pacific. Two gorgeous colors. South Pacific. Fire paper. Artsy. Fresco. Okay. Now I was trying to see, I don't think I swatched all of my handmade modern paints. So I was going to do that. I know I did Morning Mist. So this one, I want to see if this one matched Wedgwood. And it does not. That's a nice difference in there. And Morning Mist, it kind of sits in between them as far as, I like that. So I could actually use all three of them in a piece just to kind of, if I wanted to add a little depth to the background, they're just different enough where I think that could work. So these two are already colors that I absolutely love. This is a De La Rowney Systems 3, which I don't even think is sold anymore. This one right here. And then the Target brand paint, Handmade Modern, Morning Mist. Love it. And then, well, this one's not dry. Jeez. This one, Ice Spruce, is very similar to Morning Mist. If I just paid attention, doggone it. Paid attention to where the camera is. Gail, no, I don't organize them alphabetically. Right now, it's just by color. Roy G. Biv, so the reds are in front. Orange, yellow, you know. And then the metallics and the browns and, the neutral colors are in the back. So yeah, that's good. Morning Mist, Ice Spruce. So as you can see, the ice spruce goes in there a lot differently than the morning mist. So that's good to know. Make sure I don't put this in the page protector while it's still wet. Put these back. So for those of you who are new to my live streams or don't follow me on Instagram, I started this swatch book, and it's been very helpful when I get ready to pull some colors out to play around with when I try to make color palettes. It's been very useful. So we'll throw these in here. These are dry. This one, I believe, is dry. Oh, really? That's speckled egg. Boy, oh boy. I'm so glad they came out with this color. And for some reason, I have Tim Holtz paints. I had them for years. Never used them. Because they were really in colors that I didn't like. You know, when I first started doing mixed media, I was buying all the paints. And then after a while, I just was like, you know what? Stop buying these paints that in colors you don't like, Jackie. Duh. And now when I was looking at the paints, I was going back through Tim Holtz paints. Actually, I was looking at my archival inks, and I was like, wow, I should get the paints in these colors that I like. And that's why I went back and got the ice spruce. Let's see. The swatches, the paper that I use for these is just heavy cardstock, like 110-pound cardstock. Usually I get either from Joann. They have the Park Lane brand, has 110-pound cardstock, and Michael's Recollection brand has 110-pound cardstock. And I also use Hammermill digital color paper, which comes in a variety of weights, and they also, I believe, have a 100-pound cover, which is the same as cardstock. But the text weight is good as well. I originally got the Hammermill because it's good to use with alcohol markers. The markers blend very well on the paper. But I've been using it more so for printing, gel printing. So, let's see. I think the 4 swatches is all I'm going to do. Those 4. I don't know where my heat gun is. But let's move on to Happy Mail. I went by my post office box today and had some postcards. So this one is gel printed. I believe both of them might be. It's hard to see. Oh, this one I'll have to put some matte medium on this one. This one got a little dinged in transit. But this one is nice. I love the stitching. That's holding 2 layers together, and then some stamping. Love dot stamps. You don't have too many circles. And this one is from Sister Dorsey. She sent me one, and I sent her one back. She was telling me how seeing my posts on Instagram about me making postcards and sending them out has inspired her to send out postcards. And so I asked her if she wanted to trade. And we did. She got mine today. And this one, hope and fear cannot occupy the same space. Invite one to stay. Yes, yes, Maya Angelou. And this one is from Cindy Stores. I Thank you so much. I love getting happy mail. My P.O. box is starting to get some love every week, and it's exciting. I'm excited. My P.O. box number is in the description of all my YouTube channels, and I just added it to my Instagram profile. Don't know why I forgot to put that up there. But if you want to send me a postcard, I will send one back. Yay! Okay, so yes, they're very nice, CB. I love them. Oh, let me see. Let me go ahead and put them in there. So I have a binder. I'm a container binder fanatic. These are the ones I got previously. I've gotten these 3, and now I can add these in there. I don't know why I put that down there. This goes up here. And now these will go in here. Doot, doot, doot. So exciting! And now they have a home. Yay! All right. So, happy mail that I've sent to myself. I finally got the Yamato paste that Patty's been talking about. It sells out, and they get a few in, and I caught them while they had like 4 in stock. Got that in. Pam was like, I gotta try the Daddy Vans. I told her I don't like greasy. She said just use a little, and then cover it with matte medium or gel medium, whether matte or gloss, gel medium. So I'm going to give that a try. Maybe not on live, but eventually. The rest of my joggles order. I got some more of Dina's Buff paint. It really needs to come in the bigger bottles because I use this just as much as I use unbleached titanium and titanium Buff from Golden. They're all slightly different. And this is a little lighter than titanium Buff, so I like to mix this with it in my gel prints. So I got 2 of those. Just need a big 4-ounce tube of it. Please, Dina. I don't know why I just said Dina. And then Posca pens. I have a whole bunch of Posca pens, but for some reason I only had the pen type in black. So I decided to get red, yellow, gold, and white. Now I actually have this gold already and didn't realize it, but I think they changed the formula because the gold I had I never used because I didn't like how it looked. It looked too yellow. So this gold is definitely darker. I hope I didn't get them mixed up. I meant to put some washi tape on them, so I didn't. So let me pull that out because I'm pretty sure I did mix them up. So this is the yellow one. So that one's yellow. This one, oh, is that one? Let's let them dry. They dry differently. Yeah, the top one's yellow. It's really hard to see. You probably can't catch it on camera. But the one at the bottom has just a darker tone to it, so it looks more gold. This other one was just way too yellow. I don't care for yellow golds. I like antique golds, deep golds, golds. Got a little country there. So I'm gonna mark this one before I mix them up again. So the reason why I like the pen types for when I'm doing asemic writing small is because the other ones that have the bullet nibs seem to catch on the fibers of the paper or the layers of acrylic paint that are already down seems to catch on that easier, which and causes little like flakes and splatters of paint, which is nice. I like that effect. When I want that effect, I pull those pins out. But when I want a nice, neat writing on there, then I will pull out the pen types. So smooth, so nice and neat. Love them. And then I have the curtain in front of the, like, the room is dark. It must be the camera adjusting the light. Oh man, I wish you all could see, like, the room is dark. I don't know why it's so bright. I can't, Logitech just refuses to update the software for Macs, and so I can't adjust anything. I can't adjust the lighting. I'm sorry about that, Pam. Okay, so a little bit goes a long way. Yeah, CB, I ordered the rice paper from, who was that? Indigo Blue, directly from Indigo Blue. The one when it was really nice that she tested the paste with the different tissue and rice papers. And so when I saw that Indigo Blue pretty much disappear, I went and bought some. And I need to check and see if that's been shipped yet. You know, it's coming over the pond there, so it might take a little while. But then I also bought some deco foil. I already have some, and I have the mink foil, but it's very hard to find bronze in foil. So I've only been able to find bronze by iCraft deco foil. So I went in and bought that. I don't know why I bought regular gold, because I have a million sheets of that. And then champagne, just in case I want to get a lighter gold touch to it. Also, I bought some pens. I'm not a pen collector, but I saw this pen and was like, OMG, I have to have that. It's a functioning color wheel. It's by the Gray Muse. And yeah, how cute is that? It comes in white enamel as well. And so, yeah, I can see complementary colors, analogous, and triactic colors. So we might leave this on the table while we play. And of course, as always, I will work for art supplies. And happiness is handmade. Be kind. Create. And this one. I love sending Happy Mail. I love receiving Happy Mail. So I thought this was a perfect pen to have. A Happy Mail pen. Yep. So I think this week, that's all art supplies wise I bought for myself. I've been reorganizing because they were working on my windows. So once they got done, I had to put everything back. So I took that opportunity to buy more storage, to buy some storage units. And Ronnie, you made it. You made it. Yeah, the color wheel is too cute. So as I'm still getting storage together and things like that, but bought another ring light so that I can go back to making videos at night. It's kind of hard. I'm a night person. That's when the gears start turning, and so it's been hard for me to make videos because I have to make sure the lighting's right. The best time to film is when it's overcast. Today is nice and bright and sunny outside, so it would have been really hard to film anything. So I prefer working at night, and so I only have one ring light. And when I reorganized the space, I said, okay, let me go ahead and buy a second one, and that came today. So hopefully I'll start cranking out more videos more often for all of us to enjoy. Okay, so printing time. What did I moved the stuff? Okay. And my plates. So I have a couple of stencils that aren't yet available in my Etsy shop because I started a Patreon page. Being a little ambitious during these during this shut-in time that's slowly ending. So this is one, I call it Sundance, and this is just a pickup print from using the plate as a palette, but the green gray with unbleached titanium, bronze yellow, and bronze, iridescent bronze by Golden. Love this, even though it's, wasn't intentional. 100% intentional. Even though I use palette, a second plate as a palette, I still try to be somewhat intentional with how I put the paint on it. Gotta pay attention. There's such a lag, so it's hard for me to see what you all are seeing when you're seeing it. So I'm trying to make sure the sun's not getting in the way. So yep, that's this stencil. And then this month's stencil is my Asemic writing that I made into a stencil. So that's this right here. So maybe we'll add that to a tag or something. These are some other ones. This is a stencil that is going to be in the Etsy shop. I just haven't taken the time to put it out there. Been so busy. Yeah. So with that, and these are some of the prints that I scanned in and put out there in May for Patreon members using the Sundance stencil and the palette for the month of May. This is more just the palette. This stencil is actually not one of my designs. And then a little more faded with just the unbleached titanium, the golden yellow, or the bronze yellow, and Golden's iridescent bronze. And I just use different parts of the stencil. The Sundance stencil, which is nice about it, is that you have the mandala in the middle and then you kind of have like a border stencil on the side. So I just kind of did a little prints with that. This camera is not centered. And so this is the border stencil. I took it in and just kind of took my time and went across that. So that was that. So let's have some fun. I don't know, should we pick a color palette out of the color palette book and see what we come up with? Oh, this is wet. That's why it's wet. I really like the ice spruce. That's a nice gray blue, gray green. I don't know what that is. Probably gray green since it's spruce. So let's see. I'm a 5x7, another 5x7. 3x5. Let's move some of this out of the way. Done swatching, can move those out of the way. Alrighty. Okay, so I'm gonna pick this up. That all bronze on there. Move these out of the way now. Got all my papers set up. Ready to go. Okay. I don't know how well this is gonna come up because this paint has been sitting on here for a while. I really haven't been printing at all this week, so this actually might be from last Saturday. So what's everyone up to? Printing along, taking a break. Hope we can get all this up. Oh no, it wants to be stubborn. Okay. Let's break it up some. You're gonna be nice to me today. Because I don't have time for any of your crap. Okay. Housework. Try to avoid that as much as possible. Let's try this again. Oh, gilding flakes. And I brought some of that stuff over. Gilding flakes is kind of like glitter's evil cousin, at least when it comes like this. Like, I want to try this on projects, but once you open this stuff, it's awful. Awful. All over the place. But it's so pretty. Wow. Pouring rain. Where are you, Penelope? You're in Washington? Where? I remember seeing where you were from. And I forgot. Oh, ATCs. You gotta start. There are like, I wish I can remember, but there are sites out there where you can swap ATCs with other people. Your address is kept private, I think. I've never done it, but I know it's like a worldwide thing. where you can swap ATCs. Yes, Washington State. I had it right. So maybe you can do that, Eminem. Find a site to swap. This is just ripping all the paper up. I should have picked a thicker paper. There's just a lot of paint on there. That's what happens. I might have to pull out the 8x10 because this is just requires too much time. I should have cleaned this before getting on, but I did not realize I still had stuff on it. I usually like to not leave them so caked up when I put them away. RF encaustic paints. Okay, so the encaustic paints, how do you get them on the plate? I believe I've seen Sally Lynn do something with encaustic paint, but I don't remember how it works. Because when I think of encaustic, I think of the wax, like having to melt it. Ronnie, I didn't know you used alcohol inks with your stuff. When you make your art, how do you use your alcohol inks, Ronnie? Flinging jelly prints, Kathy. Papers are just flying around the room, huh? Oh, SwapBot. Yep, Ronnie, that's exactly what's called, SwapBot. I don't know if you all saw my live on Instagram. I went through my Happy Mail that Ronnie sent me. She uses wonderful colors. Beautiful colors in her work. And she has mail packs, I believe is what they're called. And just samples of her different papers and her blobs and graffiti art that she does. Stickers. A lot of great stuff you can use in your own work when you're art journaling and stuff. Okay, this one's much cleaner. We'll work with this. So let's see, we've got some ice spruce. We've got this. Of course, we're going to have some metallic. I've got gold. That's the regular gold. This is the bronze. We can do regular gold. Because the gold deep, I like using the gold deep, but it's in between bronze and gold. So it's not that much of a difference. Let's see. So, my stencils. We need a darker color. See if we go with the greens. I always want to lean towards the yellows, which could be gold. What's another color we can throw in there? Oh, soft oil-based crayons. Okay. Oh, wow, hurricane. Oh, right. Oh, well, stay safe, Tara. Yeah, that's right. You're in Florida. So, ooh, hurricane season. It's hard for me to keep up. I know it's twice a year, so it's usually about spring and fall, and we're still getting hurricanes. Is it supposed to be a bad one? It's a garbage can. What's another color, guys? I don't want to get too dark, but maybe the brown or something. Where's my little color wheel? Here it is. Hello, color wheel. That's not it. This is a gray green. Gray green. So it's saying blue and yellow, which gold is kind of a yellow. A darker blue. Yeah, we can go analogous. Boop, 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 boop. Maybe a purple. This paint got on everything. I don't know how I got that daggone paint. A blue. So let's see, maybe the Phthalo Turquoise by DecoArt Media. Or Prussian Blue Hue with the Prussian Blue Hue the Ice Spruce. Looks super gray next to other blues. And then a yellow or a purple. I love Naples yellow. I think we did blue and yellow last Saturday. So maybe I should go with the purple. Had some pretty purples. Muted violet. Really haven't used that. Look how pretty that is. Okay. Here we go. So, Naples yellow. Now these three. Take that back. Muted violet. Uh-oh, where is that? It's in here somewhere, I think. Uh-oh. Oh, right on. That's deep magenta. Should be right up here because we just swatched that. It's blue violet. Oxide. Turquoise deep. Dang it. This is why I wish I could have them just stacked up, just displayed on a wall somewhere. But I just don't have that kind of space in my apartment. Uh-oh, guys. I don't know where I put that. Oh, I really want that color. Deep magenta, quinacridone, blue violet. There you are. Okay. All right, so we've got this, we've got this, we've got these blues. I know I had a comment a while back. Someone didn't appreciate me rummaging around looking for stuff. But this is A little turquoise. That's this one. It's impromptu. I can't really, not that I can't, but I like kind of deciding things together. Prussian blue hue. Okay, everybody's here. Let's have some fun. So, violet and gold. So we'll deal with gold and we'll put the bronze. Well, we'll leave the bronze on the side. The bronze is just really nice. I loves it. Okay. He's off to the side. This is going to be fun, guys. Yeah. So we'll start dark. We're printing on the page. And let's find a. It's been a while since I pulled this one out. I really love this. Kind of biased, but that's okay. Piece in there. And we'll go with the muted violet first. Gotta finish getting that cleaned off, but this should work for now. Okay. Let's see. Violet or rose? Okay, I wasn't looking. I was looking down in paints, but it seems like we came to an agreement there with the compliments. Gold, Naples yellow. I think I saw ochre in there. Might throw ochre in there. This is like, I love this color. I haven't quite found the joy of mixing paint. So convenience colors are my friends. One day I'll get there. I know. Be patient with me. So that's that. Let me put these over here out of the way so I don't get paint on them. So I've got that, and let's see. Let's get some gold in there with this stencil. Maybe I should have pulled out the smaller one. Uh-oh, sorry. I have that in smaller size, I believe. Nope, that's a lie. I haven't gotten this. I don't know if it went like that. Wow. Thought I had that. Let's see what else. We'll give it a try. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to put the negative, I guess you can say. on there. Don't want too much painty finger. Just a little bit over in this corner. Okay. And I think that's enough for that. That was the gold. Be great if you guys are printing along using a purple and a gold. Just pick a little bit of this up because I don't like it started drying. Okay. Where is this white color coming from? I mean, it's ice spruce still on stuff. Okay. So with that, I think I'm going to do for this pull, we have the muted violet, the gold, and then there's some combination of this in the background. I'm going to apply this first though because I want to get maybe do the 3 colors first. I want to apply this and see what I get. The little cells. I want that to dry like that. Ooh, that started moving the purple. Wasn't enough of that on there. What the heck? That is garbage. Okay. Let that dry for a second. And then I'm going to go over it with maybe ice spruce to pick it up. I don't know. Let's pick this up. Don't want it looking too neat. Okay. Little speckled egg in the background here. I don't know what this is on my going on here. On my brayer. And to pick this up, maybe something a little lighter. Use buff. This is not quite dry. Ronnie, did you get my happy mail yet? Oh yeah, I have a ton of alcohol inks. Part of my reorganization, I have to wait till my containers. I don't have to, they're in containers. I'll bring some of my alcohol inks over to my apartment. Let's see what else. Thanks for the likes, guys. Let me drink some water. Hard to read the chat. My contacts are bothering me. Time to switch them out for new ones. It's kind of messy today. I don't usually get this much paint all over the place. That's still wet. Wow. These are still wet. I'm not used to that. It's taking so long to dry. Yeah, Gail, what do you pull the you pull the alcohol, you know, the non-porous papers to use? With printing? Bonnie, why is your mail system treating us like this? Yeah, I hope it comes soon. I don't think it's anywhere near as much stuff as you sent me. But I kind of like everything I put in there, if I do say so myself. So I hope you'll have fun with it. I made sure, you know, I didn't want your Happy Mail to influence me. That's why I couldn't open it till I was done with my package. Stuck with my colors. So I know our colors kind of overlap because we both like yellow ochre, but we'll see. I do hope you get it today. That'll be so fun. Oh man, this is a lot thinner than I remember it being. I don't think I was using her heavy body before. I forgot to put a little violet over here. I usually like to do that. Put the color over here, so maybe we'll have to go over the top with a print, another layer. So I gotta have a darker color in there. Maybe the Prussian, is this Prussian blue? Yeah, maybe this. Or just take the violet across. What do we have? This, the gold. The muted violet by Liquitex kind of looks like the Prussian blue, I think. I wanted to get the whole line. I said, Jackie, you're not supposed to be buying paints. That's pretty. The violet wasn't completely blue when I brayered the blue over it, so that's that mixing right there. I know it's bright for you guys, but it really is kind of dark in here. I can barely even see this this gold in here. Okay, let's pick this one up. This paint stays wet for a long time, which is kind of hard to deal with because if the paint's wet, colors tend to move when you're brayering them. Alcohol ink over paints on plate. All right, thanks. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Not much to that. That could be a good background. Yeah, what paint am I using? This Distress paint's a little funny. Let's see. What else could we add onto this? I don't think I want to come back with violet, but I do want a darker color on the right-hand side of this. With this Asemic writing stencil, could say there's a right and a wrong side to this, but I don't think you'll really be able to notice a difference. Makeup sponge. Let's see. Should we go in there with a little blue? Just want something slightly darker, I think. Not too dark. Maybe just a little more blue. Let's try a little more speckled egg and see how it turns out. Might not be nice because maybe I need to shake this. This is a little too runny. Oh, I don't think it's humid. It hasn't really rained here in the past few days. I'm going to shake this up and maybe it's just separated and that's why it's not drying right. Hi Linda. It used to go by Jackie. And the large stamp blocks are from joggles.com. They go all the way up to, I want to say, 9 by 11, 9 by 12. It's a great effect. I don't mind this effect at all. I just, the fact that it's taking so long to dry. I'm not patient. I think that's the other reason why I like, nah, it's still runny. I think that's the other reason why I like matte paints, because they dry like almost immediately. Yeah, even stenciling it, it's not staying down there. Alright, let's go with something darker. Prussian blue. See how that works. I didn't shake these either. Take a little peeky poo. And this stencil is just enough for like a background because it's a really thin design with a lot of open spaces. That might not, where is my print? Let's see how it looks on here. going shopping virtually or in person, going to joggles.com. They're called acrylic mounts on Joggles website. So if you search for that, I probably could have gone a little darker with that. But it is the right amount on there. Now I wish I had gone behind the purple with that, just maybe across the whole background in spaces. Usually what this is gonna become a postcard more than likely. And the whole thing won't be on there. Just get a little bit of this off. Let's see. Thanks, Ronnie. I'm enjoying using it. Whether on the plate or just stenciling it in general around here. I don't know why. Put a little bit on here. Just so you all can see better what I'm talking about, like this. So yeah, that's a nice little, I could have gone over here some more. Couldn't tell where the background ended. There we go. See, I love that. Linda, autocorrect's not being nice to you today. Yeah, joggles.com. But this Asemic stencil, yes, it's mine, like Tara said. It's not available in my Etsy shop just yet. Right now, it's only available on Patreon. Patreon.com/JSheree. The link is in the description box. I really like that. You like something, you just immediately want to cut it out. So let me pull this print first. It's slow in coming together. I think we need a little bit more somewhere else. I feel like it's still not. It's missing something. Maybe I'll take the blue around this side too. I was afraid, I usually get a little heavy-handed, so I was kind of afraid of adding too much of the blue. But I like how it looks. We got a really good color palette here. I'm going to have to remember to document this for future exploration. So it's going to go down like that, so I need to, it's going to go down like this, so I need to put the blue on this side. Once again, something is on my plate. I don't know if there's just a lot of debris because of all the moving around I had to do with my stuff. Don't want it too dark. So I'll pick up just a teensy bit of it. Oh, I kind of wanted that along the top there. Maybe not so much at the bottom. Okay. Hi, Darlene. No, Tara's not on Etsy yet. That probably won't be any earlier than July. I went a little too far in with that paint. Just a little grungy border. I'm liking that better. What do you guys think? Do we need a little something more? Maybe I should stencil directly on it with the Simic stencil like I did this one. Stuff in the way. Trying not to get painty fingers on my swatches. I really like this one. It's funny how the palette plate sometimes comes out a lot better. Actually, I'm just going to take my deco scissors so I can get a little border around there. Like it, that the stenciling's going a little off into the margin. Debbie from Scotland, hello. Terry, the stencil is the Enable Me level tier. It's $15. And then with that level, you get everything below it, which is also a postcard. I have to put I have to figure out how to put an Enable Me tier for international. So right now, the Enable Me tier is for domestic members. But I am going to work on that over the weekend, so that might be up before the weekend's over. I'm not sure where you are. Just putting that out there because we've got some people international. Debbie being one of them. Yeah, Debbie. And so that includes the stencil, the postcard, the digital downloads, everything. That is, the Enable Me tier is the highest one so far. I had 2 other ones above it, but I was getting a little overwhelmed with trying to figure everything out because I just started it in May. So I figured I'd wait to open those other 2 tiers back up once I get a little more comfortable. So loving this. I'm going to keep this as is. Stick that on a postcard. Got my postcard backs right here. We need to figure out what to add to this because this looks a little, looks like it's missing something. A pop of gold. See, there's gold in there and it's hard to see it because there really isn't any light in this room, even though the picture seems bright. The gold's right there. Maybe I think a little bit of black. I rarely use black. I usually go Payne's Gray. So maybe I'll do that. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Yeah, Linda, and it does look like shorthand though, Linda. It that is kind of what it looks like. But it's my asemic writing. That's the term for anything that kind of looks like a language but isn't. Because technically you can read shorthand if you know how to. But this isn't. So the technical term for this is asemic writing. But it definitely, when I was doing it, I thought to myself it did look like shorthand. But the name of the stencil is Asemic Writing 1 because I actually have another Asemic Writing stencil that I made that I still haven't added to my Etsy shop. That's not going to be a Patreon thing. So this is Asemic Writing 1 with an Asemic Writing 2 coming soon. See if I have the sample I made. But I found the stencil. So I'll just make another sample. As if my room wasn't already a mess before I had to move everything. It's a mess now. Let's see. Let's make a... Okay, I can do it on this one. Let's get the wrong one. This one. I can't remember what's up and down on here. Don't think it really matters. Although I do have a little bit more of a flow. This is going vertical. I believe that's where I ended. I think this is it. So this is Asemic Writing 2. As soon as I get myself together, this will be in the Etsy shop. I'm just going to go right up here. Very easy to stencil. And just to get portions of it, because it's all, you know, in lines. This is also my handwriting, my Asemic writing. And the last row. This is the test stencil, actually, because it's in a transparency film. Oop, I moved it. Oop, oop. There you get the picture. Oh, actually, went a little too heavy. And it went underneath. Should have done that with a heavier body. Paint for the example. But yes, that's that one. Let's see what he was saying. Had to scroll up because I hadn't been looking for a while. Oh, Gail, that's okay. I tend to not try to use fancy terms. My background is in tech support, so I deal in customer service, deal with people trying to walk them through things. So I tend to speak in layman terms, but you know, every now and then I like to throw out a technical term and be fancy. So the technical term for today is Asemic writing, aka your own scribble that you can't read. Hey, Peg. Some yellow ochre on this one. And we can repeat because we did, I think someone did mention yellow ochre when we were going through colors. So let's repeat the Semic writing again. And then when I do put this in my shop for my Patreon, all the stencils are 5x7. But when they do get into my shop, if the design is able to, I will also have it in the 8.5 by 11 and a half. However, the sheets that I cut it out of is 9 by 12. So however it fits on there with a little bit of gutter on there, I'll make it that much bigger. So let's try a little yellow. I have the bronze yellow. That's a little more, it has a brown undertone more than the yellow ochre, so that's why I like to use it. Maybe it'll go and maybe it won't. But we'll give it a try. Let's do it up here. Maybe I'll stay away from the blue because I don't think I want to cover too much of the dark blue border. It's a clean one. Let's go right in here. A little oval. Right in here. Something on this already? It's not. Might be picking up some blue because that other blue might not have been dry yet. That looks nice. Come on, get in there. This sponge might have had another color dried on it. Doesn't seem to be sponging well. Where are we? So that's where we are with that. That's a nice pop. Maybe go down, we'll go across, we'll go over a little more. And then maybe we'll go down here some. I'm not quite sure I want to cross over the purple, but we'll give it a try. We're experimenting, right? That's the name of the game during the live stream. Let's see. Okay. Let's go over here just a smidge. Okay. Yeah, that's nice. And I like that the pattern's kind of also in the background in blue. Painty fingers. Where's my paper? I mean my towel. It's pretty nice. Maybe a little yellow. I don't know. Probably should have used the yellow instead of the gold, because it's definitely a better pop once the light hits it. See how that gold and the yellow mix. Let's see, what are you guys saying here? Bye, CB. Thanks for stopping in. Oh, dusting. I need to dust. As I've gotten older, I've become allergic to dust. It makes me break out like crazy. And I've kind of been breaking out lately. So I think I might need to do a little dusting myself. Linda, you have to have which one? 1 or 2? I did a bad stenciling of 2. It actually looks way better than that. That's not a good one. Let's pull a print and let me show you that again. Let's look at that. I think that's done, but I'll leave it up there so you can kind of look at it and let me know if it needs something else. Well, this is definitely done. I just have to stick it to the postcard. Okay, so let's get a little background going so that I can show you. Let's clean this off. So I can show you how number 2 looks. Ronnie, you like the Prussian blue? Yeah, I don't usually go for blues with, what's this, kind of a green tinge to it, but it's a really nice blue. That's why I'm glad I swatched it out. That was probably, yeah, that was one of the ones that was on clearance. So had it not been on clearance, I don't know if I would have bought it myself. This is kind of just doing this kind of to clean the plate off. I don't think I want to. Maybe I'll stencil over it with Payne's Gray, something a lot darker. Yeah, out of the 2, this one is definitely my favorite. I love script stamps, script stencils. So, you know, I asked myself, okay, what kind of stencils, you know, to make for Patreon? I was like, well, what I like, organic scripts. What else? Organic, geometric. I love geometric stencils, but not like perfectly geometric, like geometric as in circles, squares, and triangle type things, but they have to be wonky. Like, I don't too much care for exactly symmetric type stencils. I do have some, and I use them, but I absolutely love them when they're organic. Yeah, that's a mess. I'm not going to print on that. But I'm going to get a little background here. A little background. So I'm going to use Payne's Gray, which means let's try something light. Maybe if I mix this one's a little heavier than it seems Dina's buff. And where is my, there it is, unbleached titanium. This is a little too much paint on the plate. Okay, será. These aren't as different in color as I was going for. One's a little cooler and one's a little warmer, but you still won't be able to tell the difference because I should have used white like I normally do. Okay. So we don't need to add anything more to this, ladies. Might be a gentleman out there. Maybe my dad's on, lurking in the background. I actually think once I cut it out, I think it's going to be done. Maybe we need like little splashes. Maybe I'll get some Payne's Gray and splash it on there. I need to put dots on the top of these acrylic sprays that I got to use for splashes, because I don't know. There we go, first try black. So you can splash some black on there. I have not swatched these, so I'm not sure of the rest of these colors. Was that black I just picked up? What is this? This is gray. It definitely looks black. Green, nope. I don't know, I may not want any splashes. Back to this. Might have to finish that. Okay, got a nice little simple background here. Where'd the stencil go? There you are. And see, I had to cut it. First I drew it, and then I had to cut it so it all stays together. So you can tell which way is the right direction, because you'll see an under and an over with the stencil. You can't see that from there. You'll see if you go down the stencil, I cut it so that you could actually tell the under and the over and the under and the over. So I know it was kind of nitpicky when I was doing it, because at first when I was doing the stencil, I was like, let's just, put voids just to keep it all together. And I was like, you know what? I want this to actually flow like how I wrote it. So you see, I go down, I go over, 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 come up here. Where did I get? Oh, this way. That way, this way, down. Just little details that no one may never notice but me. So I have to test this as far as it being one of the larger stencils, making sure it holds its shape and is easy to use, because some people don't like dealing with floppy stencils. It's not a big deal to me, because I use my stencils a lot on the plate, so the plate will hold it. But if you're stenciling like this, it can be a little much. Payne's Gray. Kind of happy stores are opening back up. I miss walking around art supply stores. Joanne, Michael, Blick. All my favorite places. Get a dating app. I like taking long strolls through the art supply aisles. Okay, I'm going to use a heavier body paint this time. The fluid acrylic was, I think, a little too thin. It was getting under the stencil. Yep. When you do it right, it looks nice. If I do say so myself. I'm going to try to get this out on in the Etsy shop this weekend, because I've had this done for a couple weeks now, and I don't know, haven't been in the headspace to list it. I think I kind of bit off more than I can chew between filling orders for the shop and then I don't know what I was thinking opening up a Patreon page when I have everything else working from home and everything. Although working from home's made it pretty easy to fill orders, but I don't know. It's hard to say what it is, but I haven't been in the headspace for it. Yes, Linda, those were acrylic sprays by Marabou. I don't really use sprays. Traditionally, like I don't like spraying things. It's too messy for me. That moved around on me. So I just use them for like splatters. I unscrew the top and just kind of flick the top on my project. I definitely need to change my contacts because my eyeballs are sticking. It's not comfortable. I also need to order more contacts. Yeah, it does look like a ribbon. So that's it. Oh, I think I missed a spot on this part right here, but you get the gist. So that's that. Yeah, I'll take the tops off and I probably need to shake this up. Top. You hear there's a little ball in there. Move my other pieces out of the way. So I get a little crazy when I start flicking this stuff around. It never flicks where I want it to go and everything else. So yep, just nice little splotches, and you don't have to make that mess over on the side with paint and water. Try doing that and I always make a mess. So at this rate, I might never use up the whole bottle of spray, just flicking it. What other color would look nice splattered on here? Oh, let's see. Splatter something else. So that was black. I have full sex syndrome, so I have all the colors. Well, let's see. This is a mint green. That might be nice. Oh, pretty bold colors. Silver, gold, and that's why you have to make sure you shake them up because all the gold is at the bottom of this. And the medium has separated, the fluid medium separated from the pigment. Get that ball going and it'll mix up, and it's a pretty gold. It's not very, of course it's not opaque, but it'll add a nice little pop of shimmer. Maybe this is I think eggplant. Oh, we went over this in another one. It's aubergine, which is French for eggplant. I pulled this one out. Yeah, that was mint. Hi, Susie. Thanks for sneaking in. Yes, I definitely have full set syndrome. So, and I don't think there's a cure for it. So I don't know, I'll probably figure out something to do with this later. But, so do we need a spray on this? I want to finish this off and make a postcard. Hopefully someone will send me a postcard for next week. I think I only have like a couple postcards left that I made, but I have a lot of not scrap, pulls that were kind of like backgrounds, so I think I'll stencil on those or just cut out strategic places. I need to make a viewfinder so I can get a 4x6 postcard view. But I think, I don't know, I think I'm kind of liking this right here. I think that's where I want to cut this. Need more gold on here. The gold that I use is a regular gold, and it's just really too light. So maybe I have to pull out the bronze. And the bronze, I don't want it to be too much, just a hint. So I have to find a stencil that will just give me a little bit. I always love corn cob. It always gives me just a little bit of something. But I always like putting that, putting the paint on there and just getting a little bit of lattice in there. Two of my faves. Both by Crafters Workshop. It's just a random piece of paper. I think maybe I'll do that. I tend to always do that, but hey, if that's what I like, that's what I like, right? A whole stencil mess going on over here. I need to put these away. Or maybe I could do my cells like that as well. Just kind of ink it up and I don't know about that. These two are the Crafters Workshop. Lattice is by Julie Faye Fan Balzer, and I don't think it's sold anymore. Corncob etching, you can definitely find on Amazon. I was looking for the number. TCW619S as in Sam. S as in small, because some of them, they do have the 12x12s, but I don't think I've seen this one in 12x12. So this is a 6x6. And lattice, I think I got ink all over, paint all over the number for this one. Yeah, I can't find the number on this. It must be on this side with all the blue paint. But I believe the name is Lattice by Julie Faye Fan Balzer. Okay. Let's go for Lattice. It's what I enjoy. So we'll do this. We'll ink it up with the gold, the bronze, iridescent bronze, which I put over here. You can't watch me cut the print. It'll be pretty. We're going to find the right. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll put it in my journal. Because I only have 5 pages left in my gel printing journal. It'll be my first completed journal ever. And only 4 pages. So I'm gonna go like this. That's not really dark enough. I don't know, guys. The gold might not work. Might have to. It's just not dark enough, I don't think. And paint everywhere. I'm being messy today. Where'd the stencil go? Right on top of my paper. I'm gonna use a little more paint. And they're really thick. Okay. Going for it again. That's a little better. Maybe up here, let's keep it to this area. Maybe a little. Don't know if I have any more on there. Let me brayer down there again. And a little down here. Okay. A little bit of this off of here. I just love how that looks. I don't like, this is one particular stencil that I don't like going through the stencil. I like the paint to be on the stencil. Open this up a bit. So when I pull it, you'll see my other layers. What do I have on there? Some blue. Ooh, that's going to be nice. The violet, the blue, the bronze. That's going to be nice. Okay. What are we saying in here? Somebody left? Go for gold, brand, thing. Cut it, accessorize, simple gold ball or hoop earrings, gold dots or lines. Like description, so. Thanks, Libby. Ronnie, the acrylic sprays are marabou. Is that in camera? This is off. I gotta get used to where I have the camera now. And I got these off of joggle.com. They have the full set. And when I got them, they were on sale, and I think they came with something extra. So they might still be out there on joggles.com. Kind of thinking they might be the only online store that sells them. Definitely the only ones that sell the whole set, unless it's somewhere like, you know, an art supply store like Blick or something. I also have the Marabou art crayons, which I don't really use much, and I think those are permanent as well. Okay, so I still feel like I need something darker, but just a pop of it. I don't want black, so maybe some Payne's Gray splatters or something. So let me find where my water bottle is. Oh, I hate that I moved everything. And much. Okay. I'm not be able to pick this up because I spread it out too much. See it? Come on, pick it up. There we go. Oh yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Lord only knows where else these splatters are going. I hate. I love looking at splatters, but I make such a mess doing it. I need a little, I feel like I need bigger splatters. You guys can't see that. It's light. Oh my gosh, Peg, thanks! That's so awesome! So I think I need bigger splatters, but I definitely like the blue on there. Ah, that's so awesome, Peg. Big splat, you stupid splatter. Alright, I'm gonna stop before I ruin more of this. I'm gonna do this because this will be a nice effect on the gel plate. Give it a nice. Let's see what that looks like. Can you all see that? You probably can't. I'm gonna let that dry. I'm gonna put these strokes in here. And then of course I won't leave it perfect like this, but I'll at least do the whole plate. And then remove some as it starts to dry. Okay. So, I need to clean this off. We'll let that dry a little bit. I don't have an apron to wipe all my mess on. So I use one of these dollar store micro terry cloth type towels. Keep it on my lap. Okay. So I think I did enough to this print. No more. We're waiting for that to dry. Okay, let me move it over. Move this up here. I'm going to cut this down. Let's see. I'm going to make it into a postcard. Let's go this way on the straight edge. I'm going to cut all the white off and then figure out. I think I know where I want to cut it down to 6, but I think I want to go over this way. Because I want this in there. I really love how much darker this side is because of that kind of mixture between the muted violet and the speckled egg or iced spruce. What was it? Iced spruce I used? Other way. Gave it a little darker tint to it, and I like that. I like it a lot. So I think I'm going to go 6 on this side. And that could just be a strip of, where's my Xyron? Make that into a sticker. That'll be a cool sticker. There we go. Oh, Susie. Yeah, I like, I don't care for filling up the whole plate with pattern and keeping it that way. Like, I'll fill it up like this, but I'm definitely going to remove so that the whole thing's not filled up. It just, for me, it gets too busy. Nowhere for the eye to just sit and relax. My eyes get tired, so tired. My eyes are tired right now. I think with being at home so much now, I don't know, spend even more time looking at screens. But it could just be my contacts. They're old and crusty. Just cut off this excess if I can cut. A little sticker. Ready to be stuck on a collage art journal page. That's pretty. That blue and gold together. The 3 blues, because we have the Prussian blue. Am I in the camera? Or the Prussian blue hue. And then the, can't remember, what did I use? Ice spruce, I believe. And then the gold on top, and then even have some of the Semic writing in there in the same color, so it kind of blends but still pops. Nice. I could have a analogous stuff. I like that too, with just a pop of metallic. Works for me. So this is at 5 and I need it down to 4. So either I'm gonna go, I think I might cut the bottom off. I had it at 4 like that. Yeah. Just so I'm taking a little bit more away from the dark part over here. I think I want that. I like that. So there's another sticker. Xyron, come here. Okay. Yeah, I might print Standing Up Ronnie, but yeah, when I'm just working on my own. But my tables aren't high. Like, I would love to have a high table. And maybe, even though this desk I have is a vintage desk and I absolutely love it, I'm a desk fanatic. I love stationery, I love desks, I love pens. And so this desk I have is vintage. And so I wouldn't want to get rid of it, but I definitely would love to have a standing desk. So, you know, that's my dream is to have a studio. So if I get a studio, I'm definitely going to get a standing desk. Yeah, a lot. And now with, it's not new, but, with the ergonomics in the workplace, people are getting those, they might still have their traditional desk, but they get these things that they put on top of it that's a stand that will go up and down that they put their computers on. So, that, when their backs are starting to hurt them, they can. These I think are manual that we have in my job, but you can get the kind that have a remote to it, and it'll raise your computer up and down. Whenever you need to stand to work. So, yep. It'd be wonderful if I can get a studio. I live in an area that's a small downtown area, and they have a lot of empty spaces. So when I can get a little extra going on, maybe start selling some art so I can get some money saved up and get a studio where I can teach classes and have room to spread out and get art done, things like that. My apartment's too small for that. Too small for me to spread out. So these little strips of paper are so cool. I really do love the Semic writing stencil, the first one and the second one, but the first one's my favorite. Get that out of the way. Out of the way. Okay. So, got this. I should have brought over my Big Daddy's iron that takes the 5 inches across. Oh, here it is, glue stick. Yeah, Susie, I'm really trying to get into the collage thing. I have tons of stuff cut out, magazine stuff. I have a lot of printed papers that I didn't feel like was complete enough to just put in my gel printing book. So I'm going to start going through them and adding whatever I feel is missing. Maybe try collaging it. I said I was going to do iCAD, but I just haven't been feeling it. I wasn't sure what I was going to do. Penelope's doing the iCAD. Is anyone else doing iCAD out there? She's gel printing. Penelope is gel printing with color palettes. It's really nice. Need to cut this down. It's hanging off the edge just a smidge. Just a smidge. Oh, she used the guillotine cutter. This just isn't even at all. Okay, that cut it fine. Awesome. Okay, I like that. And then we have the second one. Hi, Kathy. You were here earlier, weren't you? You're back. The original prints, Penelope, is 5x7. I'm using 5x7 plates. And so the postcard is 4x6. What are you doing for iCAD, Kathy? Oh no, I'm at the end of the stick. I only have one more. This is like the best Best glue stick ever. It's a gel glue stick. Oh, sad. I'm gonna cry. I don't think I brought any other glue sticks over here. Where's my other one? Dang it. Oh, I think it's right over here. Nope, it's not. I think I took that from there. My little travel art case. I think that was the stick from my travel art case. So this is Pioneer Extra Strong. I think Tori from, what's Tori's page? Art. Draw Riot. Tori from Draw Riot. She was doing her like art YouTube videos. Oh jeez. She suggested this glue. Didn't look to see if I liked it one way or the other. I think this is actually the upside, but I think I like it this way. No, this is the down, because that's kind of like a Y. Oh boy. It's starting to buckle. All right. Didn't get that part. Get in there. I think that's down there. That's nice. I like that. 2 postcards. That seems to be the par for the course. Let's put something down on this, and I think that'll be the last pull. So we've got blue. I think there's some ice spruce in there on the edges. Gold. Let's use buff. Buff. Which buff? Titan buff or buff? Let's try buff. I can't believe I used all my glue. Oops. Okay. I had stuff on my... Yeah, I don't remember this being so thin. Weird. I need a piece of paper. Oh, a knife. Did I just toss that in the garbage? Oh, no, here it is. Okay. Yeah, maybe I can get a little bit of that out of there. I did, Tara. I showed that earlier. I got the Yamato and some Daddy Vans to try that out. So, Patty says it's kind of sticky, so I'm ready to try it. It does smell wonderful, though. I don't know about wonderful, but it smells good. Yeah, I should have tried that. It's kind of interesting smell. Definitely not offensive. Oh. And it is like snot. Patty described that very accurately. Maybe I use that to stick this one down. This one would be a little moody one. I don't know. What can we use on that to kind of pep that up? It's a little moody. may have to work with that one later. I'm not quite sure what I would add to that. Because we already have the Payne's gray on there. And white is just so difficult to come back on because a lot of times it'll absorb the colors under it. Get a nice opaque white, which I do have some that I wanted to try. And this, I think this is that's pink. I got acrylic gouache titanium white. Let's see how that looks. Where is my plate? Where'd my 3x5 plate go? Just throw it in a drawer somewhere. Linda, the brand of glue stick that I was using before, this is by Prima Marketing, and it is not sold anywhere anymore. But it's an awesome glue stick. This one is Pioneer Extra Strong Embellishment Glue Stick. Bonds permanently. So that went down pretty well. I missed that side. Missed that side too. Okay, Jackie. Let's see. Let me stick it to these sides real quick. That one. Need to get another towel. Gotta go by the Dollar Tree. Grab another set. This side. Okay. Really like this one. I like this one too. Part of me kind of wants to edge this. This doesn't look even though. And part of me wants to edge this. But I don't know if that'll ruin it. Okay, let's take a look and see how this titanium white gouache. This is from one of the little sample packs Liquitex has. Top back one. Find a makeup sponge. And let's see if this brightens this up a bit. Probably do 2 layers of paint just to make sure that it's nice and opaque. You know what? I might end up going over this white. At least the white will give a nice background for whatever color I go over it with. What did I just do with the paint? Don't move. If I have to go over this, which I think I will, with a color that will pop, maybe magenta. What was the red we used? Oh, the violet. The muted violet. Maybe I'll go back over this with the muted violet. Or maybe bronze. Or maybe I should just leave it alone. We'll take it off and I'll pull it back. I'm going to take it off just in case. I'll pull it back so you guys can see it. And we'll decide where to go from here. I haven't really used gouache much, but I want to get into it. So that's, okay, I'm missing the whole top of this. I should have taped this down. Hindsight. She is 2020. Actually, yeah, once this gets opaque enough, I think I might like this as is. And then maybe I'll edge this paper with bronze or something. Or maybe we'll get some bronze splatters on here. We got a theme going on today. We got splatters. And yeah, splatters. There we go. I kind of like that. It's more opaque, I believe. M&M is not really a texture thing. It is kind of heavy. The acrylic gouache has a heavier body to it, but I think it tends to be more opaque than other paints. The whole gouache as a whole tends to be. I forgot there was already metallic in there. But I kind of like that, guys. What do you think? Maybe edge it with something. I kind of want to leave the, like I did with the other one, leave a little border on there. Pretty sure it's not dry. Playing with fire here. I went all the way up there. Is that dry? I'm not too familiar with gouache, but I don't know. Does it tend to dry quickly? I definitely haven't used it on the plates. But I originally got the gouache for the white because I wanted to find a white that the other colors didn't easily bleed through. Because a lot of times I'll put white down on top, and the next thing I know, the white's purple, or the white's blue, or whatever else. And it's like, okay. So I wanted a white that would be able to stand up for itself. And print it right on the edge. It's hard to get the decal scissors to work. And it's close to the edge like this. Now with my reorganization, I feel like I don't make as much of a mess when I'm done with these lives. So you think this is good as is? Let's get another postcard backing. Just stick it on there like that. I have some not tan, it's like a white craft postcard, but I don't know what I did with it. It might look nice on that, something not having the white on white. Let's see. Real quick look, see if I can find it. Couldn't find it, but I have this. I didn't cut it. I don't remember what I pulled this sheet out of the pack for, but I'm done printing now. I'm just cutting stuff down. 6. This is paper. This is not 12 inches long, so let's go 6 this way. 6, 4. Got another one while we're at it. Might not use it, but it's worth a go. Oh, 3 out of there. That's nice. Just pull off the... Or I have a gray tone. Gray toned paper. All right, Micah. If I said that right. Thanks for joining. Okay, so we got the border. I feel like there should be something behind it, like some kind of really delicate, thin script or lines. That might be doing too much. Maybe I can just put a black, I don't know, what? I don't know. Oops. My paper slid. I've got to take this weekend to get myself together because I don't know where anything is. Well, I thought I brought the gray tint paper over here, but I guess I didn't. I think it might look better on the gray tinted paper, but I can't find anything. I'm gonna try. This it? No. This it? No. Why is my paper hiding from me? I don't know where it is, guys. Where did I stick those postcards? This is really frustrating. Oh well. I won't have you guys watch me rummage around, but guess I didn't bring the gray paper over here. I had some. I have some. Tons of packs of it. It's the Strathmore toned. Where did that paint just come from? Strathmore toned gray paper. Nice and thick. 184-pound paper. Really nice. black. I do have black. Gosh, did I bring any black cardstock over here? I am a mess. I got some scraps. I'm dropping stuff all over the place. So this is kind of like with the gray tone Strathmore. It's probably a little darker than that, but you know, I could use this as well. This is paper that came out of some kind of packing. I always hold on to that kind of stuff. I didn't get 3 out of that one. Let's see, this is, okay, so this is 6. That did not cut that at 6. You guys gotta watch me. I'm moving too fast. I'm doing good. Okay, so that's 6. This is 6. Okay, so we have this, we have white, we have tone tan, gray, and black. Black's nice. It's a little too stark for me. I think I kind of like the gray. Yeah, I could paint the background peg, but I'm a little too lazy for that. It's funny because I actually don't like painting things, but I love printing with paint. It's weird, I know. I think I like that like that. I think I like that like that. My mat's not stuck to the table anymore, so I'm just sliding all over the place with my stickers. Can't lose my stickers. Scrap paper. Let's glue this puppy down. Okay, well. I'm really a sticker person. I don't like dealing with glue. Okay. Got that nice and centered. And she's done. Great, great, great. Of course, because I'm on a postcard kick, I've been keeping my postcard stamp stuck to the stamping platform. This is going to drive me nuts. I'm just going to go ahead and cut this off. Okay. Make sure that's the right side up. It has been a miracle that I haven't gotten paint all over these because for some reason I'm just being really messy today. So now I got a big shadow at the top of the screen. I don't know. Yeah, having a studio away from home, like I would still keep stuff, like all my stuff, this stuff here at my apartment. But like I want to do more things that, I don't know, I feel like it needs their own space, like the alcohol ink, art. I want to get back into that. And all those fumes in the house can be a bit much for some people. And want to do finish the art on my boards and stuff with resin. And so that also needs, good ventilation. So I don't want to do that in the house. And then just, like I said, I want to be able to have like gatherings and classes, parties, stuff like that. So having a studio with just open space where I can have a huge table in the middle would be nice. And to be able to just hang art on the wall. And I kind of want to have a little place for my meetup. So in the front, maybe there'll be some like sofa chairs or, little bistro tables here and there just to hold my little meetup group. Just a lot. Just to be able to go there a couple days out of the week and just hang out by myself or with other artists in the area. Tara, I don't have a Facebook or IG account to post to. I was wondering on the Patreon if in the posts themselves, when you do comments, are you able to post pictures, images with your comments in the Patreon posts? Because if you can do that, I think that'll be nice that the pictures are right there underneath the actual posts that they're associated with. Because I did think about doing a Facebook page, but I know everyone's not on Facebook and everyone's not on Instagram. So I've just been kind of pondering that, chewing on that, trying to figure out how everyone can share their work, their homework. Trying the color palettes and the techniques out, and the stencils and digital downloads. I got to make a few samples of that to post out there. Susie, not the garage. Well, I live here in Illinois, so I couldn't have stuff out in the garage anyway. I would not want to work out there in the winter time. And then, of course, everything would be ruined come winter because we get, below zero in the double digits. So it wouldn't be some place that I would go. I probably would escape there every day if I could, but just more so a place where I can have gatherings, where I can spread out. Yep, I said this was the top. Well, I can't wait to post these on Facebook and Instagram. We did a good job on these prints, guys. Picking a color palette. I don't think we used all the colors, though, but that's okay. That's one thing, that's the good thing about having a color palette that has 5 to 7 colors. You don't have to use all of them in one print, but if you use all of them at some point in some prints during your session. It'll be a nice cohesive collection. Okay, so maybe I will have to create a Facebook page. That might be the best solution. I don't know if you guys can see, because I know when I comment on Patreon, I have an option to upload an image on comments. So maybe that is a admin type feature. But maybe I'll go ahead and create a Facebook page. And I mean, if I were to, I can try putting a community post out there, but I don't think you can put images in community post comments. We have one more for me to put the back on here. And these will be put into the little pile of postcards to send out for people who send me postcards. One more. Where is it? Oh, I already did that one. This one. I don't think there's up or down, sis. I gotta miss the spot. Gotta figure out how to get there in that little spot. You have to do like, was it Susie suggested, maybe get a palette knife and scrape some stuff under there. Scrape some glue under there. Archival, I love working with archival ink, but it's just not juicy enough. VersaFine is so juicy. I love working with VersaFine ink pads. They're waterproof, but they're not archival. Not that these, that might be a little presumptuous of me to assume that my postcards are going to be here decades from now, but you never know. This is okay. Put my little sheet back in there. Off to the side you go. All right, guys. Let me see. Where's my palette knife? And I get some glue under there. Where is it? That's not it. Right here. See if the Susie technique, if I can manage it. Oh boy. Didn't really have to do all that. This glue doesn't seem to be sticking too permanently. That'd be a bit disappointing if this comes up. Thanks for this suggestion, Susie. I'm going to get use out of all this little bit of glue left in here. Because it is so precious to me on top. Oh, okay. This one, 1, 2, and 3. And we've got a couple stickers to go along with it. That was awesome, guys. Let's see, what are you guys saying? Oh yeah, Tara, you can definitely, I mean, if you share it anywhere on social media, I don't mind you tagging me. I'm on all of them: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. What else is there? Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I have a Snapchat, but that's personal, and I don't use it for the filters. uh, I have a Pinterest account. I don't know if there's tagging on Pinterest. So yeah, you can post it and tag me, and I can send you a message and ask you if you mind, and I can just kind of like screenshot the picture and maybe create a folder somewhere in Patreon. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Yeah, tagging will definitely work. Yeah, that's a good point, Tara. More people might come on my Patreon. Yay! Yeah, the gel printing enthusiast page on Facebook, group on Facebook, is really nice, really good group of people. So many different types of gel printing out there and collaging, a lot of inspiration. I think that might be linked in this description box for this video, but if it isn't, it's definitely linked in the previous live from last Saturday. So when I finish this live up, I'll link the gel printing groups back down there, because I'm a part of the gel printing enthusiast group and gel press printmaking Facebook group. So a lot of the members overlap between the two, but the gel printing enthusiast group has more members, and they tend to be more active for now. Hopefully that'll change over the course of the year. Yes, Linda, it does. I was explaining earlier that Cherie is my middle name, and I'm called that by family and close friends, and that's where I kind of got my creative genes and inspiration from. My family members, my grandmother, she was a seamstress, and she liked doing, she liked picking up crafts. So she would knit and crochet, and of course she was a seamstress. That's how she made extra money after she retired from nursing, being a nurse. And my mom, she's a retired teacher, and my aunt, they both love doing crafty things. My aunt was also sews, but she would just sew for herself and family members. My sister and my cousin are the same age, so growing up, they always had matching outfits that my aunt would sew for them. And then growing up, my mom and my aunt would always have like little crafty things for us to do. We grew up painting eggs and doing gingerbread houses. And it's funny, one Halloween, my mom let me sew my own costume, and I was supposed to be like a Hollywood star. I was probably in like 5th grade. I was supposed to be a Hollywood star. I'm probably younger than that. And if I can find the picture, it would be hilarious for you all to see, because I did not look like a Hollywood star. I definitely looked like a streetwalker. I had a little cheap fuchsia probably, boa, and this little like sheath dress that I made for myself, and glasses, and I don't know, I had on some fake pearls or something like that. From the picture, I definitely looked like a streetwalker. But yeah, so being creative was always encouraged by my family and friends. And so that's why I said Creations by J. Cherie, because Jackie is more of school, work. Jackie is the boring side of me, the computer person. I have an IT background, computer science degree. So that's Jackie. The creative side of me is Cherie, but I go by Jackie. Bye, Ronnie. Thanks for joining. I hope you get your mail today. Yep, Susie, definitely very inspiring. My family, and they have been extremely supportive of me trying to, do art as much as I'm doing now. So it's been great. Oh wow, quilting. Yeah, I would love to learn a little bit of quilting. I think I would be more of like this free form quilting. I don't know if I could be as I don't want to say strict, but that just seems like it's a lot to quilting, like having the blocks and stuff. But I definitely want to give quilting a try. There's a lot of things I want to give a try, to try out. But so far, for like what 5 years now, gel printing has been here. Usually, I skip through a craft like every year or two since I've been little. But gel printing, I think, has stuck around the longest. So yeah, guys, thanks for joining me. Once again, I've gone 3 hours. I don't know how I've managed to do this. I'm getting ready to say this, but you'd probably be like, yeah, right. But I'm not much of a talker. I'm very introverted. Except for, I guess, when it comes to sharing things I know. I do love uh, instructing adults. Children, it depends on the age range, but definitely teaching adults things, whether it's IT or arts and crafts. Um, Enjoy talking about stuff like that and learning things from people. Yeah, the time definitely flies. So I'll try to remember to put the link to the gel printing groups. If you aren't a part of them, definitely join. Even if you're curious about it, because people are always posting stuff, posting their work, posting questions, and even as a lurker, you can learn a lot from the group. So, you know, just do that. And these will be postcards that I'll send out if anyone decides to send me a postcard. I have two to send out this week from, uh, where did I put them? I put them out of the way so I wouldn't get paint on them. But the two that I picked up today from my post office box, they'll probably come from this stash. This might be kind of thick. I don't know. No, that'll be okay. But yep. Thanks for joining me, guys. I'll be back again next Saturday at noon. But before then, I'm gonna get a couple videos up. So please make sure you are subscribed. Here goes the whole spiel. Subscribed, click on the bell, like, comment, all that good stuff. And if you have any questions about what we went over today, if you didn't get a product name or whatever, just put it in the comments and I'll try to get a link down there for you. All right, guys. Thanks so much for joining me. See you on the social medias. And if you don't know, if you're not following me on anywhere else, those links are also in the description box for Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. That is true, Susie. I am talking to myself. And my neighbors probably think I'm crazy. Because my walls are like paper thin. So they probably heard the whole 3 hours. But that's okay. Okay, please send me a card. A card or a postcard, a regular card. I do regular cards too. Even if I have one regular card done. But if you send me a greeting card type thing that you make, I'll send you one back. Thanks, Libby. I'm glad you were able to join us. Take care, guys. Bye.